Welcome back to Revingham, and we have nomads that just arrived in the town. Okay, so do we take on some nomads? You know what? I say, we have enough babies as a general statement. Let's see, nomads. 16. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe we just deny the nomads at this time, because it's kind of like too many people to take in, or is it? It's an awful lot of people. Wow, let's allow them. Go for the gusto. So they don't have a house, but they should have plenty of room in the... Oh, we have plenty... Okay, yeah, they automatically moved in there, so... Alright, so that means we need to get food and whatnot. Now, the reason I came back, if you notice, that nomads popped up just when I was doing that. Let's get some more houses built, and I think we want to build some more down here, because if we're going to ramp up the farming down here, we're going to need some more people down this way, right? And it's kind of going to get us a lot of people down here, but we'll do it. So let's also up the number of... Oh, no, that's not how you up the number of builders. Yeah, let's take it to 10 builders for a moment anyway. And then one of the bigger issues that we actually have at this point is, I don't know, our logs is not doing great. So I would like to talk in this episode, before the end of the episode, I want to plan out potentially another farming area. But there's some other things to talk about and do. We have, like I said, a trader on the way, so let's see what he gets us before we go doing too much. He should be there in a minute anyway. And yeah, so the other thing that I was building before we just started building those houses is this quarry. And I had demolished a couple houses, so these should be rebuilt, and that'll alleviate some of that, but we do have homeless people. So yeah, we really need to get that going, don't we? But we got enough. Well, let's up the builders even more, so everything we're trying to build, and we'll keep the laborers where they are so they can help. Yeah, make sure these get cleared quickly. Yeah, that's ready to go to be built. I don't think there's any... Well, I also built a road out over here that they're working on instead of working on other things. But that's all right. We're fine for the moment. We just need to get those people houses ASAP. Now, where else? You know what? We're going to house over here, too. Yeah, so there we go. So let's even up the builders. We'll bring this right back down. That way we get builders in here. Oh, and then we got our merchant. I always like to pause. Trade, bring seeds. Sheep. Yeah, we don't want to trade you for sheep. Okay. And it's not even worth ordering from this guy, so... Alright, let's play forward some time. Alright, so what do we want to do? One of the things I was thinking is that we'd like to get each of the towns to have each of the things, so that we don't have to cart, like, say, for example, our blacksmith is all the way up here. Any of the tools need to be carted all the way over to here. So we have our blacksmith here. We have a tavern here, but we don't have a tavern over in this end of neck of the woods. This guy's kind of in between, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I was thinking of maybe making a little tavern area down here, so you can see we have some everything clearing in this area. And the other thing I did was, we had split these cattle, and I didn't want to wait too long, but we only ended up with 3 of them in here. I'm not sure, I didn't pay that much attention, but I think they were dying. So I just emptied that so that this guy could get up to 20 a little bit quicker. Now hopefully we won't have a disease again, or we won't have a disease and that wipes these 2 out because they're close to each other. Now the other thing, I guess the thing we could do is tell that guy now to empty, right? Turn the work on here. And, yeah, let's see. Can we empty this out? And then turn the work off here. And then that guy should go down to here and start working? Yeah. So at least that way, if we get a disease, it's not going to spread between the pastures. We'll keep this guy at 10 of 10. And then at this point, I'd like to keep this as a spare pasture, though we could probably talk about where we might put another one, depending on how things go. We only have one house out here for now. And I'd like to, let's just get some of this construction done that we have assigned. Now, the reason I was building this road is because I was looking around at where we might build another forestry, because I really don't like where this one is, and I'd like to expand this town maybe to do more farming in this area, get more food going in the long run, closer, you know, it's more important for people to be close to do those jobs than it is for the forestry and all of this stuff. So what I was thinking of doing is putting that over here. So that's why we built this road. But while we're waiting for our construction to calm down a bit, let us, there we go, we're already cutting this stuff, getting these houses in. So I was thinking of putting a tavern over this way. Let's get that done. I think if I built reserve logs as well. Let's build a road that way, and then we'll build a road behind these houses. I don't know what that lines up. Well, of course, because there's 3 houses in a row. So what I'm thinking of is then putting tavern. I don't think it's a pretty square building. I don't think it matters which way. But, well, yeah, you know what? If we put it, I don't think we're going to get anything behind this guy anyway. We don't really need a well over here, so let's pause this. And then what I'm thinking of is on the other side of that, we will put a couple more houses. And we want to leave a gap. That works out kind of perfect, doesn't it? Pause those houses. We'll build a road all the way around that farm. We'll pause these for a minute. Yeah, that's paused. Now the other thing I was looking at down this area and thinking about it is, this is a fine little orchard. I have no problems with it, but I think I want a storage area here. So let's delete that and build a storage barn, which I think will not be a high priority, but if we get all these farms in here and we already have this, and we don't really have a storage barn until we get over to here or here, which is kind of too far, I think, for those guys to be efficient. Alright, so how are we doing? Okay, quarry, turn off the work. We don't want you really working there. Stone house, good. Why don't we have any occupants? Come on, we have homeless people. Get in there. And then stone house and stone house. So we're down to 12 construction. Yes, that's a little bit of a risk to take on all those people without increasing the food. Now, one thing, I did get a comment about having a baby boom, and it's certainly a problem if you're not ahead of the food enough. But one of the things we have going for us, probably the main line of defense, is having these fishing docks. We can go from having... We only have 4 people total working at fishing docks. There, and there. Apparently, at least when it starts out and you build a new fishing dock, it says 0, 4, or whatever. So that you can have 4 people in here, I think, pretty comfortably working the fishing dock. And then we have these 2 other up here. So we can go from 4 up to 24 or something, because we have 6 of them total. But we'll see what happens with that. And I don't like to count on my fishing docks for regular food. There we go. So we got some of those people should be housed. We don't want to leave them homeless for too long. And where else would we want to house if we're gonna? We have these being built too. So this one and this one. So let's see how that plays out. There we go. We got another house done. Good. Yeah, so now we got to find work for everybody. So what I'm thinking of is maybe we come over here now that we got all those extra people and start getting our tools going here. Well, you know what? No, we're going to use those extra people to build more. Look at our wood. Yeah, I want to get a wood thing designed over here. I think that's my priority. So let's see where we would put this. So I was looking around, and there's some spaces over this way, but this is probably one of the closer areas that's kind of big. We could probably even come over this way more. But the river kind of really would mess that up. So this area here is what I was thinking of. So if we come here with the forestry, see, we could probably put them like here, but then the river is sort of right where I'd want to put that. Where this, you know, we could have them going across the river a little bit. We turn them up like this. You know, that's a pretty good area other than the river cutting through it. At least it's not right in the middle where I'd want to put the actual lodge. Yeah, so let's put this guy down, and we'll just have that start getting built right away. Let's click on it so we can see. And then I'll put a road. It's kind of tough to tell once you lose that highlight. Right? Yeah, so that's the other side of that guy. Let's come out here. And then a little bit further, and we'll get a bridge going. And then we'll get the road. And then we'll just bring it straight to like there. Get rid of that little extra bit. All right, and then what I want to do is, let's pause this Forester's Lodge. Reserve logs is low. I am working on it, but let's also, because it's really low, let's also come over here and tell these guys we got plenty of labor. There we go. More people in the house. Nobody's on it. Nobody's homeless anymore, even if they are living in the shack there. But we really have to keep. I need to get the logs going, and that'll get people working. But let's also come over here and just clear out some more trees someplace. You know what? We're gonna build some of this stuff. Let's just clear out everything in this area. All right, that'll keep some of our laborers busy and get us some more trees in the meantime. All right, let's head all the way back over here. And I paused this because I want this bridge to be built first. For I think some pretty logical reasons. A merchant. All right, be something good. Cabbage seeds. Come on, I don't want cabbage seeds. That's the only seeds I have. Why do you keep bringing me cabbage seeds and sheep and cattle? But we can order something. I think that I'd really rather have another crop than more orchards. Though the orchards are nice, I think I like the crops better, and I think it's worth. Now, I assume this guy's going to come back to here, so we sort of look really low on stone, too. Oh, jeez. Okay, so wheat seeds. This time I'm going to take it off of never, and we should have ordered them. All right, I'm not going to get into that again, but I had a moment last episode if you didn't watch it. All right, so we're going to dismiss that guy, playtime forward again. Alright, so what else was I just thinking of? Oh, not enough stone. Let's ramp up since let's max this out. Oops. Let's max this out with laborers and the stone. Now the problem with maxing that out is that it's really going to put an even bigger hurt on the number of people that live. You know, more people that live here are going to be stone cutters instead of being farmers. But on the other side, eventually this will be no longer here because it'll get empty. And yeah, so good. All right, so let's keep these guys building. We got this road for them to build. I want to build some other stuff out here, so I like to put a storage yard. Another guy died. Okay, well, we got nomads, so we'll kind of straddle the line there. I like to make 6 by 6 is usually plenty. And then I want to come over here and put in a wood cutter, even though it'll be a little far away. All right, we'll pause the wood cutter for now. Close that, and then let's get a few houses over here. Not kind of minimalist. So we're going to have at least 2 people working here, a person working there. Let's see, can we get in? Can't go that way anymore. Can we get in 2 here? No, just missed. So let's take... Can't get in there. So that'll be a start. Let's pause this one. It doesn't really matter. And then at least we'll have like a builder or two can live out here. So we got 2 more stone houses on the go. How are we doing in this? Okay. Yeah, it really would have been nice to get some seeds. I'm a little nervous about our food with taking in all these people. And then if we start having more and more babies because of those people. Yeah, see, there we go. See, this is like another breeding pair there. So we're going to get more babies from them. Okay, so we should be building this bridge. Or at least getting ready to. Yeah, we don't have enough stone. Let's have these guys. Let's go looking for. Yeah, we'll get some more stone. You know what? We should probably get. Yeah, let's get that assigned. So the builders will be working on things that we might consider. Yeah. So there we go. So this quarry's done. Boy, I got a lot going on. I feel like hectic. You know, trying to get it all done in one shot. And I've had other things that I wanted to talk about. Just, yeah, there's an herbalist. We want to kind of get that done too, so we can move this guy out of here, because he's just not that efficient. I don't know what I was thinking, putting him there. Alright, so the other thing, let's just slow down a minute, get a few things done. What I'm thinking of is let's leave this go until we see what kind of seeds we get. We got this orchard over here. Oh, good. We got our storage barn going, so that'll help a little bit. And then good. We got our cattle moved over here. That's good. That was making me nervous that we might get a disease and not have the cattle split up. So hopefully we can bring the cattle back over to here, or maybe even into this one. Again, so they're spread. We could possibly even talk about another one. It's not a great place. Good. We're getting this done. So I think we're making some progress. We're doing okay. What else was on my list? Yeah, well, I wanted to talk about the bit of the boom. And again, we have the extra fishermen, and I do try to tuck away periodically when those traders come by. Let's take a look now. If we have extra food, let's see, where are we at? And inventory. So, like, see when we have like all these extra cabbages, not only helps be able to trade for things, but you know, let's put some of these cabbages in here. I don't want to go too nuts because we have so many more people. And as they all get their own houses, that could be a problem. Right, so we'll go check that in a second. But what else do we have a lot of? As much as I would like. Now, one of the reasons we don't have as much as I would like is the sheep here were not at full strength. So let's see, are these sheep at full strength? Yes, they're now at full strength, meaning full, like they're going to actually start getting extra mutton. Yeah, now how about our chickens? See, our chickens aren't fully recovered, which will be more food for us. That's empty. And we have more chickens up here. Yep, 53, so they're at full strength. And then these guys are at full strength. Good. So, you know, I don't know what happened with those cattle when we tried to split them, but it would certainly be nice to get these up to 20. And we can split them now, but I'm just a little nervous about like having the same thing happen again. So let's just get these guys up to 20, and then we'll have two pastures of 10, and hopefully they'll survive this time. All right, so what are we doing? Wooden bridge is being built. We have a lot more builders than we do. We have this house should be being built. Let's go ahead and get. Man, I want to get that bridge done first. Let's get another. Wow. Okay, I want to slow down on the houses. We're not going to do any more houses. Oh, we got one teacher in there. Okay, so maybe we will. Oh, reserve of logs is low. Yeah. Where would we want a house? We got one here. We really could probably use more up this way to be a little bit closer to here. Yeah, school we don't necessarily need over here. Just trying to think of where the best place to build one more house is that will be effective. This is a house. Yeah, we really don't have enough people over here in general, so I think let's just build one more house for now. Put it up here. Right, and then we'll build a road. And then that'll be space for some more houses, right? We'll put a couple more in there. And then we'll have to build some more over here. So that'll at least stabilize the population, but we really have to worry about the food. As a matter of fact, let's even... Oh, we're at the limit of tools. Okay, let's get some more tools. Do we have any steel tools here? Yeah, 40. No, we have none. Do we have a trader? Yeah, why do we have none? Are we just... Yeah, why do we have none? Okay, well you should be going to get tools from there. That would be... Oh, there we go. Look, it went back down. Coats. Coats is a problem. We're not out of stuff, are we? Now, let's go look here. How's our leather doing? Yeah, we only have 4 leather, which... I don't really want to build another hunting lodge. And we maxed this out, right? So we're getting as much stone out of there as we can. We've got this built, but I don't necessarily want 2 of these going at once. Yeah, food is making me real nervous. So I'm thinking of putting a couple more people on our fishermen. Probably, if we're going to have an extra people, it's going to be over here. So let's get 2 extra fishermen going for now. What is that, a herbalist? We could also, well, that's a forester. You know what? We could also probably put, let's do an extra forester. I'm not sure that that's a good idea because I think we might deplete the forest overall, but oops, double clicked. Does that make sense? So that should up our logs a little bit. And then the herbalists, you know what, I'm going to up your limit so that that's not an issue. But let's also take, how many herbs do we have here? None. Yeah, let's put 100 herbs in here. Did you get tools? Yeah, see, you got 18 tools. So it's just a matter of him getting, oh, now we're down to 21 tools that quick. Okay. Well, that's all right, as long as we don't run out. And we have tools in here, right? I can release tools. Do we have tools in here? No. All right, so we want to up our steel tools, which is, we are talking about building this guy. Right, is there any reason we wouldn't? So we're building this one more stone house. We're going to build this forester's lodge. Let's take some people off of being builders. And then let's free this up. Yeah, there we go. 8 of 8. Perfect. Now, before we get that going, we probably also want to get a mine going. And food. Yeah, this is the last house we build until I think food is good to go. So we'll, after we get the blacksmith built and some of this other stuff going, we'll... I wish they wouldn't tell me every time the logs was low, but we probably could also, we got extra laborers. Let's go see a place we can, let's take out some trees from here. I'd like to leave it. We can take out some stuff and trees from here because we could use some more stone. Probably could take out more from closer, but that's all right. We'll get it going. Now, I need to pause, if nothing else, just because the video becomes stuttery. So let me pause it for a little while. We'll see, I'll let a little bit of time maybe go by, recollect my thoughts, get a cup of coffee, and I will be right back. All right, we have another trader on the way, so I figured it'd be a good time to come back before he gets here. And I was looking over here and thought, well, let's just finish up what I wanted to do here, which is to build another couple roads. Oops. Sign that to be picked up. Yeah, it's annoying when you can't build the road because you And then what I was thinking of is let's just get like the other things that we might normally put here. Like I think a herbalist. Right. Pause that. And then we'll get a gatherer, which is in the food one. Be right there. Pause that for a minute. And I don't think I'm going to put a hunter down here, but I do think we would put eventually, and again, I got like 8 million houses planned, I know, and yeah, let's put this guy this way, and we'll put this one this way. They're pretty close to a river there, so if there's ever a fire, pause these two, because we can't grow our population. Look at our food's already down that quickly. So I'm really hoping that this trader brings us, just for the sake of calling it done, we'll put a road out to like there. There we go. So pretty shortly, do we, you know what, as a matter of fact, like, yeah, I went and gathered, I told them to gather up a few more trees. So let's go ahead and build this forester. And we'll have this house over here, and then we can talk about getting that ramped up. We're doing okay with firewood, so I'm not too worried about the firewood guy, but we might as well get them going, if nothing else, and you know, because we'll get rid of these ones over here eventually. There, so Forester Lodge, house, and blacksmith. Does that add up to 6? Yes, but somebody else is working on something else. Where did our trader go? Oh, he's going over to this one. Okay. So is this the seed guy come back to drop off some wheat seeds? That'll be expensive if he did. Alright, let's take a look. And cattle. I don't want cattle. Okay. Well, and there's nothing to order from him, so let's just dismiss them. And we've got all those things. And that's, so you know, that's kind of what's keeping us afloat, is the fact that we have the cattle and we have the sheep and chickens. I think that's really where we're getting a lot of our food. Now look, this, when I put them into here, they seem to go down. We only have 16. Didn't we have like 18, or was that, I looked a minute ago, I forget whether I did it on camera, but we had 18 over here. Now we're down to 16. Well, I don't know what to do about that other than to maybe build another house, but look, we're down to 600 food. We're having a food emergency. Yeah, we're gonna put more people in there, more people in here, and where is our gatherer? More people in here, and gatherer, right? Yeah, so we're gonna have to hold off on building any more houses. Now we have plenty of food planned here. I really was hoping to get some darn seeds before I started. And I probably should have, it's probably too late in the year to say plant another crop. Now the good news is we should have a bunch of cabbages coming in. If this dips too much lower, we're gonna have to release some food from our thing, which maybe we'll just do anyway if we have a lot of something. Yeah, look, we got a lot of mutton. Yeah, let's take the mutton. You know what, I'm gonna take enough out. Let's take it down to 1,800. All right, so that'll release another 600 mutton to the people. And that's why I like to store the extra food when we have. See, we have some extra cabbages in here, so. Now the thing is, yeah, I was really hoping that this thing would be at 20 when I clicked on it, not going down. Do we have young ones? Yeah. Now the other thing we could possibly do is split this herd, but that's going to hurt our food in the short term, and yeah, I really don't want to hurt our food in the short term even. Yeah, so I wish our cattle were doing better. We're building our blacksmith here. It's not going to do us much good for food. So we're starting to, here we go, look, we're up to, well, that's the food probably coming in, but yeah, we released that that mutton. So 700 mutton added to the pile. Oh, come on. Up there's another trader. Be a seed trader. Well, yeah, be a seed trader. It's the summer, but we have to make it through the next winter. So you can see how, on the hard mode especially, you're just never out of the woods. Now take it on those nomads. We kind of asked for it. Let's pause and then... Alright, come on. Pepper seeds. Well, you know what? I'll take them. That is food. You wouldn't think it's necessary. I guess, I don't know what kind of peppers they are, but I guess they could be bell peppers. Bell peppers and cabbages. Alright, so what do we want to trade? Well, firewood, we're low on wood. I think we have plenty of wool. Let's go. It's always a good idea to check your inventory as you trade things. If I haven't said that 12 times. Yeah, 900 wool, so I think we'd be pretty safe. How much would we need? 500? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. We could take 500 wool. And I'm not even going to mess with the inventory. We'll just bring that wool back over here and trade. And then, yeah, orders. We already ordered wheat seeds from somebody. We want to get another kind of food. And if I did, what other kind of... Is there any other regular crop? Berries, peach, pear, plum. Now, it's mostly the trees besides the wheat. So we already ordered the wheat from the other seed trader. And I'm assuming that's the way it works, maybe? Like each trading post gets its own trader. Because you know I ordered the wheat seeds before. And they definitely seem to be coming quicker these days. So, I don't know. I like peaches. I mean, if we had to do... you know what, though? I think we're going to be fine. We got... Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll just take our chances. If we can get that wheat in, and we got peppers... Yeah, because they charge you a lot more when they bring that. So, I think I'm just not going to order anything from him, even though part of me wants to. The other guy should be bringing wheat seeds. Yeah. Okay, good. So... Let's just dismiss him. We did the trade. Dismiss. And then we're just going to have to wait until next year. But we can get maybe like these two. That's just one field. That's an orchard. And what do we have? Just walnuts and chestnuts. Yeah, let's get another chestnut orchard going just for the sake of food. And then we'll need another farmer. Good. And then this guy could be peppers. We're going to turn the work off for now. That doesn't make any difference. I don't want to plant them in the middle of the summer. I don't think we'll get any. I don't think we'll get enough yield. And I'll just try to remember in the beginning of the next episode to get the peppers going. All right, good. So we got another crop anyway. Let's play time. Sorry about that. Did I dismissed him? Good. So we got, a bit of a food concern, but we did jump. I knew it as soon as I clicked those nomads. If we wanted to be conservative about it, we really wouldn't have clicked those nomads at that point. So there we go. We got a baby born. We got more people to work. So really, when it comes to the numbers, we're doing okay. We just have to really get that food number going. We'll get this firewood going, which won't hurt us. And we could even probably... We don't really have that many people living down here, do we? Yeah, well, we'll see. I think I'm going to end the episode here now that we have peppers. And we'll see. The food is really making me nervous. Let's go take a look at our... I see it's going to tell us the year. And we're already most of the way through the year. Production, food. We produced current 700 and we used 7,000. So now some of that's going to be the fact that they brought it into new houses. Like when we build a new house, they take it out of here and it's considered used. So, we have to keep... Last year we produced 5,000 but used 14,000. I'm sorry, we used 14,000 and produced 13,000. So, we should be producing a lot more food, and it is late summer, so we're going to get a lot of cabbages in at that point. Maybe we'll even switch one of these cabbage fields over to peppers during the winter time. So I think I'll come back when it is winter time, assuming that we don't have some other catastrophe, or maybe if we get another seed trader, I'll come back a little bit sooner, but we'll keep working on our blacksmith and our forester's lodge and this extra stone house, which I'm already forgetting where that was. Yeah, okay, out here. And that's just hopefully to get a builder or somebody out this way to make this a little, so they don't have to walk the whole way to get out there building. And then eventually those, you know, we'll ramp up the houses here a little bit. But again, I don't want any more people until we get this food crisis behind us, which will probably happen at the end of next summer, right? I'll put a few more of these fields into making peppers. And then the other thing we can do, let's just do this before we end, is I think I was leaving this to be, yeah, I don't like to put the fields too close to there, but if we put another field right here, right, we could probably get some peppers growing in here. And we have these fields, which I was hoping to kind of keep the things down here for this tavern. Same thing with the tavern over here. All right, we'll kind of keep these fields for that. Maybe even, I don't know, it'll be tight to squeeze in much more there. Crushed by a rock. I'm almost not unhappy if somebody gets crushed by a rock, because at least it means we have one less mouth to feed, which is kind of horrible. You know, we don't really have that many chestnuts growing, do we? No, why don't we have more chestnuts growing? Oh, you know what? We don't have many chestnuts growing. I think we might. It's kind of far away from the tavern anyhow, right? We could put more orchards down here for this tavern. Yeah, these guys can get to work on that. I think the sooner you plant the trees, the better. All right, there we go. So we've upped that a little bit. Okay, well, now we're up to 1,700. Like I said, when you complete those houses, they're going to throw a lot of people at them, and then hopefully here we'll hold off. If there's we'll end the episode if there's actually a trader coming right now. No, there's not. So we will end the episode here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We have peppers, peppers and cabbages. At least we have something to spice up our cabbage dishes. Not that we couldn't have fish and cabbage and peppers, and actually these gatherers do quite a bit too. So what do they produce? Yeah, so we get mushrooms and berries and, you know, roots. So there's plenty, and logs. Apparently the gatherers will gather up logs for us. So there we go. And anyway, I think we're doing okay. We're certainly not dying of starvation. Look, we're up to 2,600. So that's a little bit of a sigh of relief. But again, keep in mind, that's because we're getting all these cabbages in. But hey, it counts. It all counts. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. And I will be back in the next episode here at, well, the wonderful city of Revingham. Town. Village. All right, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.